Bonjour Estelle.
Bonjour, Paul.
So we've already learned two French greetings.
The first was bonjour.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Bonjour, madame.
Of course, bonjour means good morning or good afternoon.
And the second was
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir, Anna.
Bonsoir, Thomas.
right, bonsoir, which means good evening. And finally, goodbye.
Yep, au revoir.
Au revoir, Hélène.
Au revoir, Marc.
Let's do a speaking exercise to review. Repeat after Estelle.
Bonjour. Bonsoir. Au revoir.
These are great ways to greet people in Paris. But what if you want to say more than that? What if you need to ask a question while traveling?
Maybe find the train station or the subway?
Or even more important,
What's that?
the bathroom.
Right.
Très important.
Yes, très important. Very important.
Let's start with something else you might want to ask about, like le métro.
Ah, yes, the subway.
Uh-huh. Le métro.
Le métro.
Le here just means the. Le métro.
Le métro.
Yep. And the French R is in the middle of métro, so it sounds like you're clearing your throat. Ro. Métro.
Métro.
Excellent. Now let's plug le métro into something useful, like où est le métro?
Où est le métro?
Exactly. Où est le métro?
And that means, where is the subway?
Yep.
We can definitely hear le métro.
Uh-huh. And at the beginning, you're hearing où, or where.
Où.
Où. Où est. Where is.
Où est.
Good. Où est. Let's try speaking again. Repeat after Estelle.
Où. Est. Où est.
Now let's put it together. Où est le métro?
Où est le métro?
Le métro.
Le métro.
Où est le métro?
Où est le métro?
Nice. Now you give it a try. Repeat after Estelle.
Le métro. Où est. Où est le métro? Okay, so où est means where is. That's really useful. You can ask about a lot of other things with that phrase.
Including people, like où est Estelle?
Of course. But what if we still need to ask where the bathrooms are?
Well, we'll get to that in the next lesson. Last time we talked about a really useful phrase, où est, and that means where is.
For example, we asked, Où est le métro? Which means,
Where's the subway?
Où est le métro?
Où est le métro?
And you can ask about a lot of other things with that phrase, like, Où est le bus?
Uh-huh. Le bus is the bus. So, où est le bus means
Where is the bus?
le bus.
Le bus.
Où est le bus?
Où est le bus?
Now you try. Repeat after Estelle.
Le bus. Où est? Où est le bus? With où est, you can ask about practically anything.
You can.
Like, où est le café?
Good. Où est le café? Where is the cafe?
And où est le zoo?
Uh-huh. Où est le zoo? Where is the zoo?
Où est le zoo?
Now you try. Repeat after Estelle.
Où est le café? Où est le zoo? And of course, you can ask about people as well.
Like, où est Estelle?
Uh-huh. Or, où est Paul?
Okay, but we haven't gotten to the most important question yet. Where's the bathroom?
Oh, right.
In French, it's more common to hear where are the bathrooms. There's an S at the end of the word for bathrooms, even though you don't pronounce it. Toilette.
Toilette.
Perfect. We're hearing the same ah sound that we hear in croissant, or at the end of bonsoir, croix, soir, toi, toilette,
Toi. Toilette.
toilette. And because toilette is plural, we use les instead of le, but they both still mean the.
Les.
Les toilettes.
Les toilettes.
Okay, give that a try. Repeat after Estelle.
Les. Les toilettes.
Now, let's ask the full question. Before, we said où est for where is. But since toilette, like bathrooms, is plural, we need to say where are instead.
Oh, right. Where are the bathrooms?
Uh-huh. So that would be où sont.
Où sont?
Right, où sont. Sont.
Sont.
Sont is nasal, so it rhymes with bon, like at the beginning of bonjour. Où sont?
Où sont?
Où sont les toilettes?
Où sont les toilettes?
Les toilettes.
Les toilettes.
Où sont les toilettes?
Où sont les toilettes?
Nice. Okay, your turn.
Les toilettes. Où sont? Où sont les toilettes?
Now we can ask where is.
Où est?
Où est le métro?
Where is the subway? And what about où est Paul?
Where is Paul? We also learned where are.
Où sont?
Uh-huh. Où sont?
And finally,
Où sont les toilettes?
Où sont les toilettes?
Bonjour. Où sont les toilettes?
Excusez-moi, où sont les toilettes?
Okay, that's all for now, but in the next lesson, we'll practice asking and answering these questions.
can't wait.
Bonjour, Estelle.
Bonjour, Paul.
In that last lesson, we learned to ask something very important.
We did?
Oui, très important.
And what was that?
Where are the bathrooms?
Bonjour. Où sont les toilettes?
Excusez-moi, où sont les toilettes?
Où sont, of course, means where are.
And les toilettes is the bathrooms.
Now you try. Repeat after Estelle.
Où sont? Les toilettes. Où sont les toilettes?
And in the lesson before that, we learned to ask about a lot of other things.
Like, où est le métro?
Très bien. Where is the subway? Also, où est le bus?
Le bus. Where is the bus?
Où est le café?
Le café. Where is the cafe?
Où est le zoo?
Where is the zoo? And what about où est Paul?
Exactly. Where is Paul?
Now let's practice some longer exchanges. Let's say you need to answer one of these questions.
Of course. For now, we'll practice with ici, which means here.
Ici.
Ici. So if I say le café est ici, that means,
The cafe is here.
of course. est ici.
est ici.
Le café est ici.
Le café est ici.
Now you try. Repeat after Estelle.
Est. Ici. Est ici. Le café est ici.
Now let's listen to some other French speakers.
Bonjour monsieur, où est le café?
Bonjour, le café est ici.
Merci.
There was a new word in there. Did you hear it?
Merci.
That's right. Merci means thank you. Merci.
Merci.
Merci has a French R in the middle, so we have to use our throat a bit. Mère. Mère.
Mère.
Merci.
Merci.
You give it a shot. Repeat after Estelle.
Mère. Merci.
And now, let's listen to a different exchange.
Excusez-moi, où sont les toilettes?
Les toilettes sont ici.
Ah, merci.
This time, the answer was about bathrooms. So instead of est, like in le café est ici, we heard sont, which means are instead of is.
Les toilettes sont ici.
Exactly. Sont ici.
Sont ici. Où sont les toilettes?
Les toilettes sont ici.
Les toilettes sont ici.
You try. Repeat after Estelle.
Ici. Sont ici. Les toilettes sont ici.
Now you can understand both halves of the conversation. Questions?
And answers. Très important.
Bonsoir monsieur, où sont les toilettes?
Bonsoir, les toilettes sont ici.
Merci.
Excusez-moi, madame, où est le métro?
Le métro est ici.
Merci, bonsoir.
So now we've learned how to use est and sont to talk about where things are located, as well as ici.
Which means here.
And we learned to say thank you. Merci.
Wow, that's a lot of French.
And you'll learn even more in the next lesson.
Au revoir, Paul.
Au revoir, Estelle. So previously, we learned how to ask a very important question.
Où sont les toilettes?
That's right. Where are the bathrooms? Où sont les toilettes? And we learned one possible answer to this question.
Les toilettes sont ici.
Yes, the bathrooms are here.
But what if the bathrooms are not ici, but somewhere else?
Well, in that case, we could use là, which means there,
So in English, we have here
or ici in French,
and there.
or là. So let's say we're explaining where to find the subway. Le métro est là.
The subway is there.
Or the bathrooms. Les toilettes sont là.
The bathrooms are there.
Okay, are you ready to hit the streets and hear some French speakers?
Let's go.
Où sont les toilettes?
Les toilettes sont là.
Ah, merci. Au revoir.
Now you try it. Repeat after me. Là. Sont là. Les toilettes sont là. Le métro est là. Okay, but if a person tells us that the bathrooms are here, ici, or there, là, that probably means they're standing right next to them, right?
Right. And that's a little unlikely, or at least a little strange. Something you're more likely to hear is
Les toilettes sont à droite. The bathrooms are on the right.
this new phrase, à droite, means on the right.
But the literal translation is actually at right.
That's right. À means at, and droite means right. À droite. Notice that in droite, we're hearing the same oa sound as in toilette. Toilette. Droite.
And make sure you're pronouncing the t sound at the end of droite. Ready to give it a go? Repeat after me. Droite. À droite. Le métro est à droite.
Now let's hear some conversations with more specific directions.
Bonjour, monsieur. Où sont les toilettes?
Les toilettes sont à droite.
Bonjour, où est le métro?
Le métro est là.
Là?
Là, à droite.
Ah, merci.
Did you catch that? The woman asked for directions to the subway.
Yes, she asked, Où est le métro?
The man's response was, Le métro est là. But là wasn't very helpful. So to be more specific, he added, là, à droite.
Which means there, on the right.
Exactly.
So there's one problem.
What's that?
What if the subway is on the left?
That's not a problem at all. In that case, you would say, Le métro est à gauche. À gauche means on the left. À gauche.
À gauche. Notice that the O sound in gauche is the same as in au revoir, or in the English word story. O. Gauche.
It's kind of like the English word gosh, but with the O sound from story. Gauche.
Let's listen to another conversation from the streets of Paris.
Bonjour monsieur, où est le métro?
Le métro est là, à gauche.
Merci monsieur, au revoir.
Now it's your turn to practice. Repeat after me. Gauche. À gauche. Le métro est à gauche.
So now we know how to ask where things are located.
Right. We can say où est to ask where something is.
Like, où est le métro? Or où est le café?
But if we want to ask about more than one thing, we'd use où sont.
Où sont les toilettes?
And remember the difference between le and les?
Yes, just like with est and sont, we use le when we're talking about one thing, like le métro, and we use les with more than one thing, like les toilettes.
We also know how to talk about where things are located,
In addition to ici,
which means here
we can say là.
or there. And of course, to be a little more specific when giving directions, we can say à droite, which means on the right, and à gauche.
Which means on the left.
We've learned so much.
Yes, and most importantly, we'll always know where to find the bathrooms.
Oui. Très important.
You can practice all of this and discover other ways to talk about your surroundings in the next city skill in our French course.
We'll see you again soon for a new lesson. But for now, let's say
Au revoir!